We should be live.
Oh, it looks like it. It looks like we're live.
We're still alive.
Looks like we made it.
We did it. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're back again.
Just barely.
Yeah, just barely. It's vamping time. So what do we want our vamping topic to be while we kill some time right now?
Well, I'm gonna be frank with my audience and you guys, is I'm not having a great day. There's a lot of family issues today, and it feels bad. So I'm glad you're all here to help me feel better.
I'm
That's a
glad
great
you're
way
here
to
too.
Yeah.
I same actually.
Oh, good. We can all just not be funny together. It'll be great.
This is
Look.
this is a podcast secret. Michelle and I would be like, I'm really not funny today, and if we can, we push it off.
And then we just don't record. So the stakes are high when we're recording on Monday, and we're like, we better be funny on Monday because there needs to be enough time to edit.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're all the same every day. Gotta be funny then. That's how the song goes, right?
Yeah, no, keep going.
No, I think that's copyright infringement.
How can it be copyright infringement to write an original song?
I'm pretty sure. Isn't that exactly how Happy Days goes?
Not as far as I recall.
Oh, okay. Then I can keep going.
And if you don't know you're copying it, then it's not illegal, right?
I don't know about you olds, but I'm too young to remember Happy Days.
You're. Hey, listen. Just because my mom watched me TV at 9 o'clock at night, before I had my own TV where I could watch Inuyasha at 10 o'clock at night, Happy Days was sometimes on.
Yeah, well, whenever the nanny was on, I'd physically change the channel or else I would die. So that's my experience with Nick at Night.
Yep. So what's more pleasant than the real world?
What is more pleasant?
I don't know. Lots of things.
I keep thinking about getting a second cat. That's been low key happening.
What would you name it?
I don't know, cause like right now I'm just like Anubis is a very good dog name. I am pro Anubis for a dog.
It is a good dog name.
But I don't want to name a cat Bast. That doesn't feel good.
No.
Just in terms of like the mouthfeel of the name.
Yeah, and also like, you know, when you have a pet, you gotta yell at them, right? Or you gotta like yell or ask them to come, right? So you have to think about the like, Bast, come here, or Bast, like, you know, like the B is not bad in terms of consonants and like mouthfeel, but the best at the end.
So you don't have a problem with the B, you have a problem with the S?
Yeah, the
S. What you're saying?
Yeah.
What if you go with like Bastet?
Well, that's a hound.
Not Basset, Bastet.
Oh, Bastet.
What if you named a cat Bassett? Like the hound.
Now this is also a different naming convention I have, which is you name animals other animals, and so like you have to choose, is that a cat or a dog name or both? Like porcupine, would you name that a dog or a cat?
If you had a porcupine and you named it anything other than Sonic, you'd be wrong.
But this isn't a porcupine. This is a cat named Porcupine.
Name it Knuckles.
Or if you had...
Also, that's my answer. It's a cat name.
It's a cat name, yeah. So if you had a crocodile... Come here, crocodile. Is it a cat or a dog?
What's the crocodile in this game's name?
Oh, what was it?
I forgot. Hey, chat. What's the crocodile in this game's name? We'll wait on the chat.
Wasn't it Allie the alligator?
Oh, it was Allie the alligator. Never mind, chat. I don't need you.
I need them.
No, we definitely need the chat.
I mean, my brother named his turtle Boxy. It was a box turtle, but my mom struggles with English words sometimes, and so she thought Boxy was Foxy, so she calls the turtle Foxy to this day, which is very good.
Foxy the turtle is better than Boxy the turtle.
Yeah, no, he was a dumb child when he named the turtle Boxy, but
far as kid pet names go, that's not bad, honestly.
It could be worse. I had a hamster named Oreo and thought I was very clever, and no, I was not.
My parents currently have a dog named Oreo.
Yeah, see, not very clever. I
Yeah,
mean, it's cute.
presumably for the same reason.
Yeah. The coloration.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's my other fun game is pick a different animal and decide if it's a cat or a dog name.
Yeah.
Flamingo.
Oh, flamingo.
Cat. Cat for sure.
Yeah, cat named Flamingo.
Gibbon.
Either.
I'd name a dog Gibbon.
Oh no, that's too easy.
There's only 2 animals. Tony says monkey. What about monkey?
That's a dog name.
It's a pirate name.
That was a trick question.
Trying to think of a very difficult animal. Coelacanth.
What the fuck's a coelacanth?
That's a very good question.
It's that ancient dinosaur fish thing. Where it's like a living fossil or whatever.
Coelacanth. That's hard because I don't want to yell at it. Coelacanth, down!
It's just a bad name for an animal because it's too many syllables.
Yeah, there's too many slippery syllables.
Artie knows a cat called Monkey because cats climb on things, which is true. Dogs don't climb on things for the most part. Get some creative dogs.
Dogs would if they could.
Of course, I've played Animal Crossing. I'm 100 hours deep in Animal Crossing. I had to switch back to Splatoon to protect my street cred, okay? Look, I have a reputation to maintain. Being good at Splatoon.
That's how you get along with the kids. There's only one way in Splatoon.
And it's beating them at video games. That's the only way to get along with the kids.
Facts. Facts on facts on facts. I can't get chat to load for me, so I'm sorry, everybody. That's why I was distracted.
I'll have to be doubly good at reading the chat to you then if you can't see it.
Yeah, it just keeps saying reconnecting to chat, and then it just doesn't ever connect.
Same.
For the record, I've never been able to see chat.
Oh, well then I'll definitely have to read it out loud. Okay.
Open your eyes, Kevin.
So I'm very sorry if I've never responded to anything chat has ever said.
It's okay.
That's okay.
But I figure I'm also only a guest here. I don't deserve to read chat.
Kevin, you deserve the world.
But most specifically the chat portions of it.
But especially the chat portions.
Yeah, especially. I think on that note, we should play this video game. It's been a good time. People are here.
Hello, people.
Hello, people.
I believe Michelle because I can't see you.
There's 9 here.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So we can play the game.
Oh, I got chat to load. All right, cool.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right, so we're going
True,
from our
so
save point.
It's only me now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even kick this off correctly. Hi, everybody. This is Object to This, normally an Ace Attorney fancast. This time we're playing Investigations 2, Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Michelle. I'm Gumshoe.
I'm Kevin, playing Edgeworth.
And I'm playing whatever I feel like, but mostly the Cha-Cha Slide with Edgeworth's body.
This is true. I only control Edgeworth's mouth.
That's true. And I'm more people than Gumshoe, but let's not get technical here.
We're gonna get... Alright, so last time we were playing, we had some audio issues, so we called it a night. But for right now, we are... What were
We were having a confrontation with everybody in front of the cell, the big special cell. Like, we had the judge lady and Simon. That's his name, right? Not Justin. I was like, that Justin kid? No, it's Simon. It's the best, right?
yeah,
that's Sebastian.
Sebastian DeBest.
Sebastian. God.
Simon is our
client.
Something chisels, Tony says.
There were chisels. We had a chisel in a dog's mouth, and he was
We
a very...
had it, and it was the most upsetting thing aside from Uncle Ray hitting everyone.
And Dogen was very intent on letting us know that his dog could have killed someone, but didn't.
And here we are. So, let us continue.
That may not necessarily be a lie.
Oh, and oh, her. My, there you all are.
Oh, good, more characters.
You're all just hanging out here. I thought we'd add more. Making progress in your investigation? May I be of any help?
Actually, Warden Roland, there is something we must report to you. The escaped prisoner, J. Elbert, is most likely still inside the prison. He has disguised himself. Here's the proof. The person visible in the security video is Elbert. So perhaps he's still in this very building.
Dun dun dun.
Rebel.
Rebel.
Come to think of it, didn't Mr. Elbert have a bracelet like the other prisoners?
The bracelet would have been concealed under the uniform sleeves. Moreover, the prison's main gate does not have a sensor to detect bracelets. All he would have to do is avoid any doors with sensors inside the prison.
That's right. So he didn't enter the cells or the workrooms. Could one of you guys be J. Elbert?
Ah, Rocky!
Oh shit.
Stop!
Rebel.
What are you doing?
It would seem that Rocky has answered that question for us.
No.
Alright, shit. Shit, what did this guy sound like?
It was like Gumshoe, but with more gravel. I think.
How about you do it, Brooklyn?
I see Brooklyn's hard. I do Gumshoe as Brooklyn, but without the accent. Rocky, this is all your fault.
The little guy loves you so much, it's enviable.
Right then, seize him at once.
Wait, there's something we must hear from this prisoner.
He can still talk after he's been seized.
Nope.
Oh, my bad.
It's necessary if we were to find the truth. I'd like permission to interrogate him.
Understood.
What do you want out of me?
Elbert's escape route is linked to Knightley's cell. So it's highly likely that he knows something about the crime. I'd like to ask you about the day the body was found. Again.
Wasn't it yesterday?
Good luck, Michelle.
Yeah, I know.
So, it was you guys. You were the ones who found my secret tunnel. It took me ages to dig that. The day the body was found was the day I had planned to escape. I was in disguise. Then Rocky followed after me. But he was all covered in mud. I panicked and returned to my cell.
Why would that make you panic?
Damn. If only you guys hadn't shown up. If only Knightley hadn't died.
Say you dug the tunnel. What did you use to dig it?
Oh, just hammers and spoons, stuff like that. I bought them from the supplier, but it was all for nothing. No need to lose your temper. There's always next time.
On the day of the incident, it's possible that Elbert met Knightley while he was alive. I'll have to listen to his testimony carefully.
Alright.
So it was you guys. You were the ones who found my secret tunnel.
You.
Shut up. What's with the hold it, punk?
You say you dug.
What is it to you? You know how long it took me to dig that? I had to beg the supplier for those tools day after day. I slaved away. Give me back my hard work. Give me back, you son of a...
I can't get a word in edgewise.
Oh.
You can't go around discovering people's houses. I mean, holes.
Same thing.
Shit, I live in the ground. Took me ages to dig that.
So you dug that hole alone.
You're damn right I did.
Could a tunnel like that really be dug by one person?
Wow. Such a wasted effort.
A kid like you wouldn't understand. Never rely on others. Never let others see you. Those are the rules to live by here.
Never let others see you.
Well, as a great thief, I kind of see where you're coming from.
Okay, don't agree with him.
No, I was just joking.
Well, I wasn't. Damn. Why'd it come to this?
Also, I thought the rule was live free, eat free, or whatever.
Live free, eat free in prison is the man's rules. My rules are don't be seen, escape via tunnel. The day the body was found, I had planned to escape. I was in disguise.
Did you obtain the guard's uniform from the supplier too?
Yeah, that's right. Seems he got it by threatening a guard.
Did he now?
That guy went and stole it from someone's locker.
Okay.
So, when you went through the tunnel, you were already dressed like a guard.
No, to ensure that the clothes wouldn't get stained with mud, I carried them with me. Once I got out of the hole and changed clothes, getting out of the cell doors was simple. And that's when Rocky ran up and jumped on me.
That must be the moment the security camera captured. I see. Could you add that to your testimony?
I feel like the statement, once I got out of the hole, getting out of the cell doors was simple, because he had to have the keys.
Right. Let's press it and see.
Yeah.
Getting out of the cell door was simple, you say?
Edgeworth is clued in.
Yeah, compared to going through the tunnel and digging the tunnel, it was very simple.
You inhabit a prison, yet you seem to know the layout of the detention center quite well.
Ugh. What's so wrong about that? Sure, I've been to the detention center too.
In that case, he should have known about it from the start. The night he was in his cell, the door would have been locked. Which means there was one piece of evidence Elbert needed to escape. I wonder if we should present it now.
Yeah. There's many celebrations in the chat. Rosina got accepted into a uni creative writing program, and
Oh.
and I think it's Jams, but it's Clown had just finished an AP test.
Oh.
So congratulations everybody in the chat who did very exciting and good things today.
AP tests are sometimes just harder than college, I will say.
I never took one, but
I believe you.
That's fair. You instead got a whole degree instead of taking
let's
AP
not
tests.
talk about let's not talk about the things that I did instead of take AP tests.
Okay. I look for keys. I
Yeah,
look for keys.
Present
darling.
the keys. Present the keys.
I
You
love
say
it
it
when
was-
you do that.
You said it was simple getting through the cell door.
Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that, huh?
Even though you managed to arrive at Knightley's cell, opening the door wasn't so simple. How did you intend to unlock the cell door?
Ugh.
J. Elbert, you had the key to Knightley's cell.
Ugh. I ain't got nothing like that. That's it. It was open. It was already unlocked when I got there.
Indeed, the cell was vacant after Knightley's death, which is why, at the time we conducted our investigation, it was unlocked. Your successful escape attempt occurred after Knightley's death, so the door would have been open. However, you had tried to escape once before then.
The plan was foiled thanks to Rocky. The video shows it.
Yes, That was during the animal show, before Knightley's death was known. And the cell door was locked, because no one knew he was dead. Without the key to Knightley's cell, your escape would have been impossible.
Ugh. Ugh.
That means it can't be.
It's exactly what you think. In the case of the stolen key, the culprit is... Jay Elford. You were the one who attacked the guard, weren't you? The guard and Knightley, too, in order to steal the cell key.
He came out swinging.
It wasn't me. I didn't know any Knightley.
After stealing the key, you returned to your cell as a precautionary measure. Then you waited for a time when the prison would be mostly vacant. That was just before Knightley's death became known. In other words, during the animal show. But in the end, the plan was foiled thanks to Rocky.
Don't screw with me. You don't have evidence. I still win by decision. Besides, it was that Knightley guy who attacked the guard, right?
I think not. Regarding the theft of the keys, Knightley was the victim. This proves Knightley was the victim who was attacked in his cell.
The blood on the floor.
It's a good bet. It's a good bet. Belongs
My
Knightley.
only thinking is that that's his like death blood, not like his casual punch blood. Or at least our current theory is that's his death blood.
Right.
Good theory. In Knightley's cell, there were traces of his blood which had been wiped away. I believe this is more than enough proof Knightley was attacked in his cell. You attacked those two people and stole the key, didn't you?
Ugh. Ugh. Damn. I never thought you'd find the bloodstain I wiped away with the newspaper.
Why would you go through all that trouble of wiping the bloodstain with paper?
On the hands of Knightley and the guard, there was obvious signs of a scuffle, you know? If the bloodstain were uncovered, they'd find out that I was another attacker. And if anyone looked around the bed, the tunnel I dug would be discovered.
That's better. That's a
Yeah,
better
that-
reason.
That makes sense. So you were trying to buy more time for your escape attempt. But I'm afraid to say your plan still ended in failure. Now then, hand over the keys to Knightley's cell.
Punch! Damn it!
Oh, his mouth guard, which he had.
Rocky! Down for the count.
This dude doesn't have a motive though.
No way. How could an amateur like you knock me out?
No.
Here, I got the keys right here.
Because he wanted to escape, so he didn't want a murder to happen.
Right. Hold it. If you had that key, then that means...
That's right, Judge Courtney. You reasoned that Knightley stole the key and used it to leave his cell. From there, he entered Mr. Key's cage and was moved to the workroom. However, the very foundation of that hypothesis has collapsed.
I see. In that case, there was only one person who could have moved Knightley. The criminal must have been someone who knew about the secret tunnel.
Hey, are you suggesting? J.L., but you're under arrest, pal. Wait, I didn't do nothing. Sure, I knocked out those two guys, and then I stole the keys. And after that, I waited for the perfect time to enter that guy's cell. But the cell was empty then, and there was no dead body either. And also, how could I have gotten into the workroom? I couldn't even leave my own cell, right?
True, you only had the key to Knightley's cell. But there's also Dogan's dog. It'd be possible for the dog to carry the body from the cell to the workroom.
See, so you're saying there was an accomplice.
Crime would have been possible if Elbert and Dogan were working together. It's perfectly plausible. Somehow Elbert managed to carry Knightley's body to his own cell.
And then the dog must have carried it to the workroom.
Yes, because all the animals can move freely in the prison. For some reason. But that's not the case for the path between the detention center and the prison. The only one who could use that route was you, J.L. Bird.
What if there was another route that you didn't know about?
There couldn't have been. I know everything.
It's also just one secret tunnel.
Yeah, seems like it. I didn't have enough time to dig any more than I did. I only dug halfway up the corridor.
What? You mean to say that you didn't dig the entire tunnel?
When I got to that cell, the tunnel was already there. It was really lucky that I didn't dig anywhere else except for exactly linking to another tunnel. There was a tunnel linking my cell to the well. Looking down from the well, looking down the well from the courtyard, there's no mistaking it. They've always been connected. I just continued the tunnel with my digging.
The whole doing there in the first place.
Who knows? Maybe another inmate dug it in an attempt to escape.
Or maybe the animals dug it. Maybe they wanted to drink from the well?
That's highly doubtful.
Does this well have any water in it?
Oh,
Apparently
there we
not.
go. There's no water in that well anymore. It's all dried up. Wait a minute. That's it. For some reason, that well gave off a nice scent.
A nice scent.
Like cake. Remember that body that smelled like cake? I don't know why. I don't know what it was, but it smelled like sweet, like candy.
This scent. I believe we've come across it before.
Cake body, cake body, cake
You
body.
know this scent from...
Is it on the... Is it there?
Yeah.
Knightley's body was giving off a sweet candy-like scent. We used a police dog to track that scent. And that led us to discover the tunnel.
Ugh.
By any chance, could this be the same scent as well? As the well?
You gonna have me sniff the picture? What?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I know what you're trying to say. That's the scent proves the body was carried down through the tunnel.
Exactly. And J. Elbert. You are the one who... you are the only one who could have used the tunnel.
Thank you, Mr. Elbert. I'm very grateful to you. At last the truth comes to light. Mr. Elbert, wouldn't it be wise to confess now? To being an accomplice, I mean.
Don't tell me, even you suspect me too?
Judge Courtney, it seems you and I have come to the same conclusion.
Not at all. Our thoughts on this matter are still quite different. Mr. Elbert was certainly an accomplice, but an accomplice to Horace Knightley.
What? What do you mean?
Mr. Elbert did not move the body. He simply lent the victim his keys. What?
What?
It would seem Mr. Elbert did indeed strike Mr. Knightley on the head. However, Mr. Knightley was not knocked out. The two must have made a little negotiation.
Alright, wait a sec. Before I do this, Courtney is saying that J. Elbert climbed through the tunnel, punched a dude in the head so hard that he poured blood all over the floor, then stole the keys, then agreed, I'll be right back to give you your keys back, my dude. See you later.
And it was a negotiation that they had.
Negotiation?
Oh boy.
Rip it and rip it, Stephanie.
It's gonna be a rough night, yo. with cherry Coke Zero.
I should get my sangria.
Map Up says scratch and sniff stickers for evidence in the courtroom. It's a terrible Japanifornia idea. It's a great terrible Japanifornia idea.
The judge would be, or Udgy would be all over that.
Delighted.
Delightful. For Mr. Knightley's escape plan to work, he would have needed the keys to the cell. So, Mr. Elbert stole them from the guard. On the other hand, for Mr. Elbert to escape, he needed to get Mr. Knightley's cell. But if Mr. Knightley had seen him and yelled, the plan would have gone down the drain.
I will write it down for Anime vs. Plausible. It's a good idea.
And so they negotiated.
I didn't negotiate nothing.
Oh, you still intend to deny it?
I see. So, in other words, we're back where we started. None of this shit makes any sense.
Correct.
Right where we started.
Mr. Elbert opened the cell door, and Mr. Knightley entered Mr. Key's cage. And then he moved into the prison.
Of course. And then he was killed in the prison workroom. Weren't you listening?
Please enlighten me, Edgeworth.
The scent on the body shows it must have been moved through the tunnel. Knightley was moved from the detention center through the tunnel.
Please wait until someone is finished before speaking.
That's not how this works.
I do not claim that he wasn't moved through the tunnel.
What? You don't?
The scent shows that the body was moved through the tunnel. However, that does not mean it came from the detention center. What do you mean? That sure sounds like a contradiction to me. Isn't there one more possibility? The well in the courtyard? It's possible the body was dropped down from there. The courtyard.
I found a flaw in our investigation, which is like we have a weird cake-smelling tunnel, and instead of like investigate why the tunnel smells like cake, we're just like, ah yes, the tunnel smells like cake, therefore anything that smells sweet is connected to the tunnel. When it's gonna turn out that the warden also smells like cake and she did it. So like, come on, you guys.
On the bright side, everybody else does agree that Courtney's idea is really weird.
Yeah, well.
That's true. I'm just like, hey, how come everyone's just like, yeah, that dead body sure smells like cake, and we are all okay with that?
This is true too. Like, I mean, the whole flaw in it is like when we discovered that the body smells like cake, we weren't like, why the fuck does this body smell like cake?
We're all just like, yeah, sure does. Let's go. Like, is it a cologne? Is it a perfume? How'd he get that? Like,
Hey, listen, for a non-scented person like me, this all makes perfect sense.
well, as someone who has a sense of smell,
Does it make perfect sense or perfect sense?
I don't know which one.
He's incapable. Oh. Anyway, the courtyard. Oh, the well in the courtyard. Mr. Keyes carried the cage not to the workroom, but the courtyard. Mr. Knightley was killed in the courtyard, and his body was dropped down the well. How could
yes,
that fucking be happening? There's no blood there.
Clearly. Yeah, we're just making shit up as we go.
Well, because, like, why do either of them have motive to do either of these things?
And so elaborately. It's prison.
Oh.
Honestly, who knows?
It's okay. We're gonna tear apart this logic later. It's fine.
Right.
And then the body was shoved down the well by Mr. Dokenstock. Now, there's only one thing I'd like you all to remember. Before the body was discovered, what was happening in the courtyard? The animal show, right? Regina and Simon were there. Wait, Simon? Ah! I see you understand. who then dropped the body down the well.
Judge Courtney, she's a tough opponent.
She
She re-
introduced the time when a dead body was dropped down a well when literally everyone from the prison could have done it. You have an entire room full of murderers who could have dropped that shit down a well.
Her flexible way of thinking enables her to adapt and come up with her own deductions.
Mr.
She
Knight,
reminds me of a certain man.
Except his shit made more sense. With a T, sense. It made more sense.
Mr. Knightley was not carried to the workroom, but to the courtyard, and Mr. Keyes was off stage for 15 minutes. This was when he dropped Mr. Knightley down the well. It's as simple as that.
Judge Courtney, your reasoning is sound, I'll admit that. However, let's say the body was dropped down the well. That didn't have to be done during the show. It could have happened at a different time.
Unfortunately for you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, that is not possible.
What?
When the show started, Mr. Elbert was in the tunnel on his way to the cell block. Mr. Elbert, at that time, did you happen to see a body in the tunnel?
Nope, nothing like that.
Uh,
So,
Just spoons and shit.
if the body had been dropped before the show, Mr. Elbert would have seen it. However, he has stated he did not see a body. So, it is impossible to think the body was dropped before the show. And after the show, the body was discovered in the workroom. In other words, the body being dropped down from the well and then moved to the workroom could only have been done during the show. And the only one who could have done it is Simon Keyes.
oh,
Mr. Edgeworth, what should we do?
if the body was moved through the well, that does put Mr. Keyes at a major disadvantage. However, the notion that the body was moved through the well is only a hypothesis. That doesn't mean there is evidence.
I am obligated to recognize that fact.
Got her.
Will you allow me to investigate the courtyard once more?
I give my approval in the name of the goddess of law.
Thank God, are we gonna leave this room with everyone in it?
Reinvestigating the courtyard. I fear this may be our final chance.
Oh, the cops.
Huh? What?
Fire!
Could be another prison bag, pal.
Should we evacuate? Everyone, please remain calm. This is just the signal for the evening meal. It's a little loud, so I understand why you'd be surprised.
It sure scared me.
We like to give everyone panic attacks constantly. I'm terribly sorry. And with that, everyone, please return to your post.
It's time to eat.
Yeah.
You know what they say about prison?
No one put cuffs on that guy over there. Let's send all the cops out of the room first. J. Elbert, it's also time for you to return to your room.
Not solitary confinement, not a higher, nope, just his
Drink-
regular cell with the hole in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, back to your cell with the hole in it. Drink Sprite, play again.
Ugh. Ugh. I got it. Let's go, Rocky.
Warden Roland, we will be proceeding to the courtyard for another investigation.
Isn't it time for you to go home as well, Mr. Edgeworth?
It
It looks like we're out of time. Why don't you continue this another time?
But the investigation.
Today's been a big day, right? With the escaped prisoner and all. So I'm afraid I can't let outsiders like you loiter around any longer.
Ah,
This is my decision as the warden of this prison.
I mean, she could just say, like, I'm kicking you out, instead of this, like, passive-aggressive sort of like, aren't you hungry and you want to go eat dinner, Mr. Edgeworth?
Looks like it can't be helped. The warden's word can be called the law of the prison. Prosecutor Edgeworth, this means we'll have to carry out our investigation another day. Until then, you may hold on to your prosecutor's badge. And with that, I leave you.
Oh, that was you. Sorry. Bye, Courtney.
Au revoir. Ta-ta.
I'm leaving too.
Bye.
Now,
Bye,
I think
Fish.
it's time you all left.
Well, it looks like we'll have to continue the investigation tomorrow.
This gives me ample time to hide evidence.
Typley's body was dropped down the well and was carried to the workroom for Mr. Albert's cell.
By dog.
This is Judge Courtney's logic, but is it correct? And Judge Courtney claims that Mr. Keyes transported him, but was Mr. Keyes really the only one with a chance to move him?
Mr. Edgeworth, let's do our best tomorrow. We have to save Simon no matter what.
Indeed, I agree. I must prove Mr. Keyes' innocence without fail.
Last week somebody said we were close to a stopping point, and we sure were.
Yeah.
Say.
I mean, that was still a good half hour.
It sure was, and it was a half hour of heavy lifting, of heavy voice lifting.
March 29th, the next day, 10:12 a.m., prison courtyard. Gonna shoot some hoops.
Yeah, where'd this basketball net come from?
The courtyard. Depends. Here, the entire incident could be. Come something. I didn't say
Become
it.
clear.
Sorry.
Ah, there we go. However,
There's nothing left here.
yesterday.
Isn't there one more possibility? The well in the courtyard. It's possible the body was dropped down from there. In other words, the body being dropped down to the well and then moved to the workroom could only have been done during the show, and only one who could have done it is Simon Keyes.
Was the body dropped down the well or not? This could be the decisive clue that we need to reach the truth of the matter.
Ah yes, to well or not to well, that is the question.
Before I continue with the investigation, I should organize my evidence.
Oh, we're gonna throw out the bad stuff.
Hell yeah. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Gumshoe, take this. Ah.
I've got it, sir. Thank you. I'll go throw it down a well.
Let's see here. Hey, there's a grate here. Well, that's
Whoa,
just great.
the well is run dry after all. They even put a lock on it.
Lockpicking is one of my specialties. Want to see?
There's absolutely no need for you to show off.
Kay, you have a key in your hair. Why don't you try that?
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Whoa!
What
Wow.
happened, Kay?
The lock is broken. This is the easiest thing I've ever picked in my life. I mean, judging from the looks of it, it feels like it was broken some time ago.
So the lock was broken. This means that anyone could have dropped the body down this well. According to Judge Courtney's reasoning, Mr. Keyes murdered Knightley in the courtyard. And then, during the show, he disposed of the body in the well.
You think so? Did he really use the well to move the body?
Well, well, well. I know. Let's get Missila to help us out again. He should be able to track the scene of the body, the sense of the body.
Good idea. Let me contact Detective Gumshoe.
No rest for Michelle.
It's okay.
Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe here.
Detective.
I'm sorry, I have a phone. I could use that practice.
Nice. I have a favor to ask of you. Here, I'm also holding a phone, but you can't see it. We would like for you to bring Missile to the prison courtyard.
Sounds like you need help you need the help of one of my 7 secret weapons again, huh, sir?
That Missile belongs to the police department.
No, he's one of my 7 secret weapons.
That's also how I would like for you to contact a witness. Please contact Regina Berry of the Berry Big Circus and bring her here.
Roger that, sir. I'll bring them over in a flash.
Gumshoe can't afford a smartphone.
Facts. So, what should we do while we wait for Gummy? How about some hide and seek?
What are you talking about, Kay? There's nowhere to hide here.
I don't think that is the issue.
I think it's the entire. We're trying to figure out where they hid a body here. It's the entire issue.
Hey, during times like this, isn't it your turn to shine?
Oh, that? You want me to recreate the
Little
crime
thief.
scene, huh?
Time for Little Thief. Huh? How do you do that?
See for yourself. The Great Thief's secret weapon, Little Thief. I don't know why I didn't bring this out a fucking long time ago.
Well, I think because we were still so present in the scene.
Sure, there was an active dead body. We didn't need a recreation of it. Whoa, what's that? Screens floating in midair. Just what are you doing, Kay?
I'm entering the information needed for the simulation.
Whoa, okay, I got a serious disconnect just then.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Shields, this little thief is a tool that can recreate a crime scene based on the information it is given.
Should I set this for how... I gotta stop dancing and actually read. Should I set this for how this place was like when we came here yesterday?
Yes, I believe they were in the middle of taking down the set. We didn't pay enough attention to the well, so it's possible we may have missed a clue.
Leave it to me. I took a picture of the place too. There, and there. Data entry complete. Now, to set the projection to maximum output. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares to take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood!
She had this catchphrase before?
I don't know, but it's dope.
What? What just happened?
I recreated the courtyard from yesterday, based on the information I entered.
We just said that earlier in the conversation.
This is the tool the previous Yagatarasu used. It's a device to run simulations to practice stealing things.
But used in this manner, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
Oh, but it's still only a recreation based on what information we have. I can't recreate what I don't have information for, and if my information is incorrect, then the recreation could come out strange too.
In this case, since Kay had the photo, there should be no problems. Now, let's begin the investigation.
Prison courtyard. Since it's a recreation, you can examine things just like you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction.
Yes, I know. First, I should start with that well.
Just show that digital well whatever you want, Edgeworth.
You go over there, Kay.
I want you far away from Uncle Ray, actually, now that I think about it.
Just shimmy her over by the elephant. The elephant will protect her.
There we go.
This door is locked.
Want me to pick the lock? Success is not guaranteed, though.
No, if need be, I'll just borrow a key.
Sheesh. I thought it was finally a chance for me to steal the spotlight.
Don't even think about stealing anything in my presence. Not even the spotlight.
Wow.
It is mine.
Really?
This crate. No, there are tires attached to it, so I guess it's a cart. I think we said this last time.
I think so, too.
We said that thing with the door last time too.
I
Is it
think,
the same?
I think maybe the well is the only thing that's new.
That's new. Alright, well.
I was busy thinking about like that door. We don't really know where that door leads. And it clearly leads to the wing that was closed off to us where the office of the warden is. But I don't know if it necessarily connects directly to the warden's office or not, since her office overlooks the garden.
Right.
I'm just adding to myself more evidence that it's the warden. That's all. Don't worry about me. Well.
Let's examine the area around the well. It holds the key to this case.
Okay.
This is a metal weight. It weighs... It's hard to see in the recreation. Kay, do you remember?
We are playing this game so we can cover it on the podcast, and I didn't know that other people had Ace Attorney podcasts that survived. So welcome to your Muse K. Damn.
Hey guys. Let's see. I think it was 33 pounds. I wonder what such a heavy thing is used for.
It doesn't seem to be directly related to the circus. It's a sturdy hemp rope.
It looks like the rope they use for tug-of-wars.
I'm not going to play tug-of-war with you.
I didn't even say anything yet. You had to stop the music for that?
There's a metal stake attached to the end of the rope. I'm ignoring all of that.
Ha! You used to pin down the tent when you go camping.
It doesn't seem like they'd need this for the performance. I wonder what it was used for.
For the canopies.
Huh? There are some pulleys here. They don't appear to be the pulley that was used to lift the bucket from the well.
Guess I'll put it in the well.
The well was behind the stage. That means...
Only a few people would have had access to dump the body in the well during the performance.
This isn't looking good for Mr. Key.
These things around the well. Oh, these things around the well? What were they used for?
Oh my god, it's been a long time since we actually used the logic system.
Yeah.
Or the green text. They don't seem to be related to the animal show.
I agree. We can ask Miss Barry about it later.
There's something else to examine.
I'm not sure, like, so we're on this whole kick about proving who did or didn't throw someone down a well, but, like, without having proved that he was ever thrown down a well in the first place.
Right? Like, I feel like there should be blood around the well or something, but there's nothing. So we're getting the dog to smell the cake instead of luminol spray, I guess. But I do think the well is a weird... Yeah, we're just gonna all accept that it's the well.
Well, we have to get enough information to disprove Judge Courtney's theory, and we can't just disprove it by saying, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. We have to, like, actually systematically disprove it.
And to be fair, that's Ace Attorney. So,
yeah.
This is the stage where they put on the animal show.
If I put on a Great Thief show, I wonder if anyone would come.
Pretty sure the police would show up.
Yeah, we had that before.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh,
the chairs.
Host Clavier says that there's a game category for this game, so maybe next week we will do the right category.
Oh.
But it's the Japanese name, Gyakuten Kenji 2, so...
Oh, I just used
that makes
whatever...
sense.
Streamlabs has had the investigation ones preloaded also, so Twitch and Streamlabs told me to do this one.
That's fair. I mean, we are also not trying for visibility, but it's a podcast party up in here, and that rules.
Nice.
Look at all these nerds.
Nothing better to do on a Friday night.
These were used for audience seating during the show. They're chairs.
They are chairs.
Folding up all these chairs must have been a chore.
Is that so? I've never folded a chair.
Don't tell me you've never folded up chairs before.
I've delegated the task to others in the past.
I went to private school, is what Edgeworth is saying.
Mr. Edgeworth, you should try doing some manual labor once in a while.
I'll look into it.
He walks up 13 flights of stairs every day.
He's got abs for days, and that's official art, so he does something.
Yeah. Oh boy, emulator, I believe in you.
See, he only works out for his own benefit, though.
That's true. It's not manual labor, I guess, when you have a physical trainer and a dietitian.
This pond is where Warden Roland keeps her pet alligator.
I guess those fish bones are the remains of her last meal.
I don't think an alligator would leave such clean bones.
But she had a very refined-looking face.
I couldn't tell at all.
That's because I'm a girl who's good with faces.
How did I feel the least bit jealous?
I know why. What an impressive barbed wire fence. It really gets my thief blood boiling.
I wouldn't touch it, though. You'll be in for quite a shock.
I wonder what's on the other side of the fence.
Looks like the warden's office.
Yeah, so based
Oh,
off
yes.
here,
I think
Where does
might,
that door go?
that might just be storage for, like, courtyard objects.
Maybe.
maybe
It's just a mysterious door.
that would be like here into this nebulous, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a closet full of nothing but basketballs.
I hear she's even more of it. I hear she keeps even more of the animals over there.
Why don't they just turn this place into a zoo already?
Okay.
Hey, Host Clavier, we've been goofing off for like fucking 8 years, so that's how we can keep on track. We've run out of goofs.
Goofed all the way home.
Yeah.
They kicked me out of this investigation scene, so I think there's nothing else to investigate in this corner.
So maybe we've looked at the stage last time, but we haven't looked at it this time, did we?
I did.
I thought we did. Because Kay made the crack about the Great Thief show.
Yeah, I just wanted to check up.
Oh, there's an up.
Up is important. Up seems very important.
This pulley was used to lift the bucket from the well. The bucket can't be found.
Oh, you know what? I have logic.
That's it.
Maybe I'm supposed to do the logic tricks.
Logic. Do we have logic? We can logic a bucket. Tools around the well. Weights.
That's all we've got.
Yeah. I mean, it might hurt to try, but it only hurts a little.
What you think about that? There's like a huge mental toll on Edgeworth for just thinking something wrong.
Yeah, I thought of something illogical. Ugh.
Yeah.
It wounds
Let
me.
me, I guess, look around again real quick. See if I can bump into something.
The other thing
new.
is the elephant, right? We didn't examine the elephant this time around because it's
True.
a simulated elephant, so... Or talk to Ray, I guess.
I guess I could.
Oh, don't talk to Ray.
It doesn't sound important. Best not to
Everything is green. Are you Iron Man? What was that elephant's name again?
Hold on. That joke, Michelle, and plus joke just now. Also, we just let's not talk to Ray, and Ray turns around and goes, "What the
Ray's
fuck,
like,
y'all?"
Hey, I heard you didn't want to talk to me, so here I am.
She's Astique, the Asian elephant.
Oh, that is... Why didn't we get that logic the first time we met Astique?
Oh, that's
be
right.
eaten
It's
by a
an
steed.
easy name to remember. That's why I'm so good at remembering it.
Maybe they couldn't think of a good name, so they gave her a name that's easy to remember.
Mr. Edgeworth, what a terrible thing to say about poor Astique.
That's all the information we can gather for now. The detective should be here soon, too.
Good names are never easy to remember, isn't that right, Miles?
Hey, go ahead and shut down, little thief.
All right. Returning the area to normal.
Or should I say Mitsurugi?
Mitsurugi Genji. Investigation complete.
We don't hate Ray, he's just creepy as fuck sometimes.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
Yeah, I don't think I can ever, even if he gets better, the fact he wants to hug every woman he meets is a little unexcusable.
Yeah. Bad behavior.
Hey, speak of the gummy.
Detective Gumshoe, that was quick.
I couldn't keep you waiting for too long, sir.
Thanks for coming along too, Regina.
No problem. It sounded like fun, so I skipped practice to come here.
Thank you for your cooperation. First, Detective, let's have Missile do some tracking.
No problem, sir. Here, Missile. Over here, pal.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, what's eating you, pal? I said over here.
What's the matter?
It looks like he's scared of something, sir. Maybe an alligator or something. Oh, yeah, an alligator.
Ah! Alligator! Oh, that was right. Sorry.
It's fine.
I guess he's scared of the alligator, sir.
Good grief. Looks like Missile won't be much help to us.
So what should we do, Miles?
Maybe we can ask Miss Berry for help.
What is it? What is it? Is there something I can do?
I will
Like
officially
tame
say
an animal?
I don't miss this song.
Do you want me to teach Allie a trick?
Actually, she probably could. No, I just need you to tell me about the condition of the courtyard during the show.
Looks like it's my time to shine again.
Yes, if you please. Although for real, it would be great if Regina could just get Allie to calm
Chill.
down.
Why the hell did we shut down Little Thief just to turn Little Thief back on?
I don't know. All right, that should do it. I'm starting up the recreation now. So Kay could show off again.
Yeah.
I didn't get to say
We
the
spent so
line.
much time on that animation, we needed... Oh, we've booted a different animation, that's fine.
Recreation complete. This time you can see how the courtyard was during the animal show.
Should be around the time the body was dropped down the well.
Wow, cool. It's just like magic.
It's not magic. I just recreated the scene based on the information you gave us. See? Look over there. We don't know what the fuck that was.
I fuzzed it out.
The backstage area is missing.
Well, Regina didn't help with anything. I mean, the preparation, so
Nope.
she really didn't know how it was set up.
Get it. You can't recreate what you don't have the info for, huh? We did say that 10 minutes ago. So, I'm sorry. It's because Simon took care of everything. Don't worry yourself, Nut. Regina Pie. Miles is the one at fault here. Miles, why didn't you make her memory better?
Why?
Mr. Edgeworth, I've recreated the show in progress. Emulator struggling.
Emulator is struggling.
But I can also change it to how it was earlier, when it was being taken down.
I see. So we can examine the courtyard during the show and after the show. We can freely switch between the two different states. To change the recreation, select Little Thief on the bottom screen. Now, let's begin the investigation.
We are, hey, Vigigames. Hey, Vigigames controls. That's what that was. Recreation, recreation, it's the same thing, Clavier. You talk to that dog?
Gotta talk to that dog.
As you can see, he's totally scared, sir.
I wanted him to track a scent, but it looks like that won't be possible.
Poor dog.
Can you pet the dog? The answer is no.
The answer is the dog's too scared.
You gotta respect the dog. A love story between an elephant and a tiger. I really wanted to see that. I also want to see Simon in action.
It is really amazing, especially the part where he gets blown away, like Team Rocket.
Way. That's the scene in question.
Suppose they blasted off.
At that point, the suspect in the role of the villain is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit. After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage.
Are you saying the crime was committed during that time? You know how long he was gone from the stage?
Me think about 15 minutes or so.
It's just as Judge Courtney said.
But isn't it dangerous to be blown away by an elephant?
It's alright. Astique is very gentle. It's a show.
That's not who we're worried about here.
During the first few practices, he was having trouble getting blown away. Then, all of a sudden, he was able to be sent flying beautifully. He might be using some sort of device, but it's amazing.
The device? Do you know anything about it?
I look like I'm in charge here? I have no idea. Simon handled it all by himself.
Thank God the circus has Mo. Oops. I did not mean to click that. Let's go back. Oh, I can run if I use the mouse.
Oh. No more stuttering around for us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What's in the basket at this time? Because that's chock full.
What is in the basket? Better shimmy over.
Yeah.
Oh? This crate was empty in the recreation earlier.
That's right. It was also empty in the picture I took.
Ah, I'm sorry. That information is wrong.
What do you mean?
This crate contained Astique's food. In the morning on the day of the show, all the apples were gone. I totally forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Missing apples, huh? I should make a note of it.
Were they missing or did the elephant eat them? Because I think it's
Right.
different if they got eaten.
Yeah. One is a clue, the other is
Is food.
is food. Guess I can. Oh no. Okay, it's the same thing again.
Yep, we're back on this track.
Okay. Oh,
Simon's so
Sorry.
amazing. Hee
this is
hee.
this is a long one.
Yeah. If in the old games, if you held it down, it would zoom forward.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But that was with the DS stylus, so I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't. I can't hold it down in the
It's okay.
emulator.
It's the emulator.
It's the cage of the Asian elephant, Astique. The elephant is performing on stage right now, so the cage is empty.
I wonder how Astique entered the courtyard.
What do you mean, how?
The entrance here is human-sized, and the fence is electrified. I don't think an elephant would have entered from there.
They could just turn off the electricity.
If they did that, all the inmates would escape.
I doubt anyone would escape while an elephant was entering.
I wonder how she came in. This requires some thought.
She seems to be enjoying her little brain teaser. I should just let her be.
She's asking. Hey, Kay's asking the right questions,
It's a-
and Edgeworth is just being like, shh, video games.
Also, like, he's just heard about an escape that took place under just absurd circumstances, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would totally, if I was a prisoner, I'm like, okay, they turn off the electricity when the elephant comes in, so, and the elephant's here every other week, so like, it could be a premeditative dash for it. Just saying.
Yeah.
Although, on the other hand, that does lead directly to the warden's office, so...
That's fair.
Anyway, this pond is where Warden Roland keeps her pet alligator.
I guess those fish bones are the same thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, yes.
It's okay.
Okay. I was wondering where the alligator was during the show.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good question. Does the alligator smell like cake?
It's a good question.
These chairs are lined up in an orderly fashion. I guess there were a few empty seats during the performance.
This intimate atmosphere and the closeness between the stage and the audience. It reminds me of the karaoke tournament I entered when I was a kid.
Karaoke tournament?
I was the runner-up. Dark skies of evening when no other bird dares to take wing. One alone remains all sea. Now listen to the song of a real modern day Robin Hood.
She sang her own theme song.
Tell me you actually sang that song.
Of course, this song rocks.
I'm surprised she actually made it to the finals. Did she steal second place? Oh, Edward. No, if she didn't steal first place, she must have gotten there fair and square.
So rude.
That's me.
Yeah, little stinker. Alright, come on. I believe in you.
Talking to Regina might be worthwhile at this point because we can.
True.
Get more information on this.
Do you come here often, Regina?
Yes, I have many friends here. I love this place. New friends, old friends, everyone's a friend here. Yesterday, Miss Morden introduced me to a new friend, Little Allie.
The alligator who lurks in the pond in the courtyard.
That pond. If you get too close, it feels like you're getting gulped.
I think Little Allie would do such a thing. Her stomach wasn't feeling very well yesterday. I'm worried. Aren't you a little worried? All worried too, right?
Yes, of course. We're all worried, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't drag me into this.
Okay, so she doesn't actually have information.
Even though I'm pretty sure that that was important information
It
just
felt
then.
important, yeah.
Yeah, Allie's stomach hurt because she probably ate some cake.
At this point in time, we still don't have enough information.
That's
Okay,
right.
we should probably switch back then
Yeah.
to tear down.
I don't steal information. I obtain it through my investigation and logic.
I prefer to act first before thinking.
You may act before thinking as long as you don't interfere with the investigation. I wouldn't want to arrest you. Wow. Also, we do have some logic we can do.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
That might give us something new as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Map Up, I'm upset she didn't sing Kelly Clarkson, but I'm really, really upset she didn't sing the Steel Samurai theme song.
I was debating whether or not I was gonna read or sing those, and I just didn't pick a tune. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry I had to sing at all, honestly, every time. Let's see. Tools around the well, Simon Stunt, Steak the Elephant, Missing Apples.
Tools Around the Well and Simon Stunt.
Sure, but like, this feels like an easy one.
Oh. Estique ate the apples, you mean?
Right?
We'll find out.
find
It looks
out.
like yes.
The apples in the crate were probably eaten by a steak.
But it's strange. I remember leaving the crate out of reach of Estique's nose and close to where an alligator could eat it.
Are you certain?
Yes, the crate was still full of apples on the night before the show. I left them so that the elephant could see them, but not eat them.
Then, the cart was moved to where her nose could reach it. With that many apples, it could not have been moved by the wind. Most likely, the crate was moved by a person.
Glad we cleared that up, Edgeworth.
Prior to the show, the cart's position was already changed and the apples were all eaten. This appears to be the correct information. Please update the simulation parameters, Kay.
Alright, I'll use the new information to recreate the scene. Using the info we got from Regina, I'll recreate the scene with the cart in its actual place. Recreation complete.
Cool. Do the other one.
Tools and the
Stunt.
stunt?
I think.
That makes sense. But is it the correct sense? Yes.
Yay!
Ew.
Logic.
Mr. Keys used a device for his stunt. Maybe the tools around the well are connected to this. Okay, I'd like to recheck the tools lying around the well yesterday. Can you change the recreation to the after the show scene?
Roger.
The tools lying around the well. Could they have been a part of his device?
It seems very likely. I wonder if it's possible to recreate the device.
If you ask Mr. Keys, he should be able to tell you how the device was put together.
All right. I'll go ask him. BRB.
That's nice. That we don't have to like shimmy our way over there.
Now to
Mr.
stand
Edgeworth.
here with arms crossed for an hour.
I asked him about it. It took about a full hour.
And did you find out about how the device works?
He used a rope to hang on some weight. He used a rope to hang some weights on the well's pulley. The weights were suspended inside the well. Then he ran the rope through 2 more pulleys and tied the end to the rope to his own body.
So he used the force of the falling weights to send himself flying. But what's to stop the weights from falling on their own?
In order to prevent that from happening, he used a stopper.
Miss Berry didn't know anything about the well. That means Mr. Keys removed the stopper by himself?
Correct. That's why a second rope was needed. This rope was attached to the stopper, and when it was pulled from the stage... Ooh.
The stopper would be removed, and the weights would drop down the well.
I'm definitely gonna steal this idea. The Agatarasi won't lose to someone like this. Also, have you heard of Max Galactica? He was also very good at things like this.
It's a pretty clever little situation.
It is.
Don't waste your time. Circus acts require extensive training. Even if you steal the device, it won't do you any good.
Then, I'll train as well.
Before you start training, could you first update the recreation?
Oh yeah, you wanted me to recreate recreate the device that was used in the performance. First, let's return to the during the show scene. I thought like Lil Thief went missing or something. Next, I'll put the information on the device on the well. Now we can recreate the device Simon made.
Is this gonna be an accidental murder?
So, this is the device that Mr. Keys used.
Cause like Knightley discovered a hole underneath his bed and started crawling through it during the animal show, and then a 33-pound weight just whooped him in
Well-
Didn't die from blunt force trauma. He died
That's
from
right, he
a
got
neck
stabbed
stab
in the
wound.
neck. I know it. We wouldn't do an accidental murder right at the middle of the game usually, so
Listen, I wouldn't have been surprised. I still won't be surprised if it is, but you know how we feel about accidental murders.
yeah.
Now, throwing this one out here, what if the weight dropped on him, and as he was unconscious, the dog picked him up and dragged him out to save him, but, you know, dragged him by
then-
his neck.
Dragged him immediately to someone who stabbed him in the neck.
Now, of course, I am saying this knowing full well how this case ends.
Yeah,
So I
So-
assume this is not how it ends.
maybe. Simon sure is gutsier than he looks. Using the falling weights as the force to launch himself during his performance.
Indeed. He would have to drop enough weights to exceed his own body weight
Which is only 33 pounds.
in order to provide the strength needed to pull him off the stage.
What's the thing with the dog and the kid in the well? Is that Old Yeller?
Oh, that's Lassie, I think, right?
Last.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Lassie. Lassie.
That's my Western accent coming out for y'all.
Lassie.
Long A. Simon must have practiced a lot for this.
Alright.
So,
Let's look at our
More-
logic.
More logic.
alright. Good apples. Not
Strength to be
relevant.
pulled 33 pounds. Those don't add up.
Nope. That's why they went. Huh?
It's illogical.
Isn't this strange?
What's wrong, pal?
Haven't you noticed, Detective?
We having some basic math problems here.
What's strange about the weight is...
The weight is the weight. What's strange about the weight is the weight, the number, the material.
Probably the number, right?
Right,
Or the weight? I don't know.
What do they mean by the weight?
I think they mean as in, like, the object, the weight, not the weight of the weight.
I guess, because the number is like the heft of the weight.
I think. Boy, it is not good that we named this object after the thing that it has.
Normally it works really great, but
What's wrong with the orange? The orange? The color.
I'm gonna say the number.
You
What's
got
strange-
it.
What's strange is the number of weights. In other words, not heavy enough. In order to pull up Mr. Key's body weight,
Right, sir.
but where did the rest of the weights disappear to?
Looks like it's time to use one of my 7 secret weapons, sir.
If necessary, I'll
I'm
let the
sure
detective know.
He's so pleased with this.
That's why I gave him a sound effect. Look how sad he looks though as a sprite.
No. That's just
All
his
of-
face.
I know.
Oh, it is his face.
He's
All
just-
of his sprites are pretty great, though.
They are.
Especially his, face.
He's like, "Ah."
Mr. Edgeworth, you've got that look on your face like you want to use one of my 7 secret weapons, sir.
I mean, I do, but
Missile isn't in the mood, but I've got my fishing rod ready to go. Or would you prefer the
Metal detector.
I've never seen the detective's eyes sparkle like that. If need be, I'll let you know. For now, just stand there.
Please let him have some joy, Edward. Don't take this away from him.
Oh, my foot fell asleep and it's tingling.
Oh
Ow.
no,
Ow.
it's a crisis.
Ah, life is hard and you can't edit this out like in a podcast. Okay. What are we doing?
Probably we use
the metal detector.
because weights are made of metal usually.
Yeah, that's fair. Oops, I didn't mean to click one thief. So should I talk to Gumshoe again, or do I?
He went into our logic, so maybe we can logic something now.
Not heavy enough metal detector. Great.
I don't know if.
Those connect.
Yeah, I don't know if those connect.
So I think that maybe the crate of apples is related to it being not heavy enough.
Click the crate of apples. Let's see.
Well, let's try it.
We
No,
Oh, well, that's
that's
my
okay.
bad.
that's okay.
We haven't gotten injured by logic yet so far, so it's
No.
okay.
But we've duressed his brain, so.
Well, try the other one. Not heavy enough metal detector. That worked for some reason.
Detective Gumshoe, it's time for your secret weapon.
Why did we just ask him for the? Why did we have to do logic?
Yes, sir. My secret fishing rod.
I was hoping for the metal detector.
I don't get many chances to use this one.
Oh.
Before we begin the search, let's go over how to use the metal detector, sir.
Look, Missel's less scared.
You get to drive Gumshoe.
This metal detector uses sound.
Sparkle, Gumshoe, sparkle, says Mom. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh boy,
Hey,
this.
this meter. To let you know how close you are to a metal object. When you get closer to a metal object, the metal detector will have a bigger reaction, like this. When you get the biggest reaction, like Swang, swang, swang. Give me the order to examine that spot, sir. Now, let's see what we've got. It's just the metal fence. The emulator is struggling. And that's basically how you search for metal objects. Just give me the instructions on where you want to search, sir.
Okay.
See, it's like rendering this bouncing back and forth icon is taking all of its power.
Yeah.
It really is. At least there's a sound, so it's a little more helpful.
Yeah, there's a reaction here too, sir. Let's check it out. I found these in the clumps of grass here, sir.
These are the weights used for that hoisting device. Were these intentionally hidden?
There's 4 of them in all, sir.
That many weights would be enough to lift Simon?
So, the other weights that were used on the device were hidden. Why were they hidden over here, though?
See, I'm really earning my keep today, aren't I, sir? No pay cuts for me.
Ah, the alligator.
That scared me, pal. Huh? Whoa.
What's the matter, Detective?
It looks like the metal detector is reacting to this alligator, sir.
Really? Why?
Are you sure it isn't still just reacting to the weights?
It's a different reaction, sir, and it's definitely coming from the alligator.
It's gone.
Looks like it's scared of us.
I don't think so, Kay.
Huh?
If anything, I think Allie looks a little under the weather.
Allie. I suppose that's what Warden Roland called it.
She didn't eat any of the food that the warden gave her yesterday. I think she might have eaten something bad. And from context clues, it's probably metal. I guess the metal detector could be reacting to whatever the alligator ate.
Oh,
Hey, what do you call... Oh,
maybe she ate one of the weights?
I doubt that even an alligator can ingest a 33-pound weight. But what could the metal detector be reacting to? And regardless, why were these weights hidden?
I would not be surprised if someone came up going like, oh, that alligator has a metal plate in her head from a surgery she had 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Alright, here's a joke for
Oh,
you.
okay. I was like, I sort of God, you said I was right.
No, I need this joke.
Like, what do you call a gator made of metal?
A grater?
An alloy gator.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Maybe we should take another look at the device on the well.
Map-Up says metal cake. Good theories, good theories.
Okay, I'd like you to recreate the after the show scene again.
All right, leave it to me.
The only joke I had is when Edgeworth said, I don't think an alligator could eat a 33-pound weight. My response is, not with that attitude.
Yeah, shouldn't. I won't rest until I've looked at all of it.
All of it. Oh god, I have to deduce something.
Oh,
Oh.
we haven't had to use that in a long time.
What does he want me to deduce?
That must be the stopper
Right.
thing, right?
Let me just examine it again, see if he says something new.
This rope. This is part of the device used during the show.
To be able to create a device with just one piece of rope. Simon is surprisingly handy.
Hmm? One piece of rope.
Oh, yeah.
It seems that there's a contradiction with the device.
Woo!
2 pieces of rope.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Oh. I have some rope.
Was there a diagram of the... Did we get a diagram of the trick?
That's a good question. Yes.
Ah, there we go. Try that.
This recreation and the device we saw earlier. There is a major discrepancy. One of these ropes is missing.
You're right.
Without it, the device won't work.
I wonder what happened to it.
My pocket.
Where did the missing rope disappear to? It's possible that we hold the piece of evidence that shows where the rope went.
Eh?
Which piece of evidence shows where the missing rope went?
Is it this rope?
Is it the rope?
The rope we
Brilliant.
found with the dead body.
Ah, could it be?
Yes, it could be the other piece of the rope that was used here, or an unrelated piece of rope.
Then, does that mean...
This rope was attached to the weight. However, the weight was not one of these metal weights. These weights were hidden in the grass and replaced with something else.
If they were replaced, then what was used as the weight?
What was tied to the rope we found in the workroom? If we can recall that, then the answer should be clear.
Was it a dead body?
The weight that was dropped in the place of the weights that Mr. Keys had prepared was.
Hey guys, was it the body?
Yeah.
Kevin's not saying no.
It was Togen's dog. I'm gonna assume it was the body. It certainly wasn't a cart full of apples.
I'm just taking stock of what we have.
Oh yeah, because we lost some shit earlier, so.
Yeah.
We are gonna see Frank saw it again, though.
Now.
I think it's the body.
Yeah. My prosecutor's badge.
Ah, it was my prosecutor's badge. The weight is immense. Aha.
Aha. I guess the weight of another human is enough to send Simon flying, yes. Did we lose you, Kevin?
Seems possible.
Do we want to wait for Kevin?
Well, I could read it.
Okay.
And then if he comes back, that would be good too. What dropped down the well was none other than Knightley's dead body.
Eh! Mr. Knightley's body was used as the weight.
Yes, the weights were replaced with Knightley's body. Mr. Keys used the device to launch himself off the stage. When the rope that was tied to him was undone and let go, both the body and the rope dropped down the well. The rope wasn't used to tie up Knightley. It was used to suspend him inside the well. That also explains why the other weights were hidden.
So that no one would find out that the weights were replaced with the body.
Yes, the killer was the one who hid those weights. But Miles... Wasn't Knightley Boy stabbed in the neck with the murder weapon? If he was suspended in the well, wouldn't there be blood at the bottom of the well? The killer was also aware of that. That's why they used this item.
Did we just get a ping from Kevin?
Yeah, he said his internet is out completely.
Oh no!
Very unfortunate.
Well...
Well, what do we think? We want to keep going? I mean, I don't have a voice for Edgeworth, but I can just do my voice. Or we can stop.
Let's... Kevin's gonna keep trying to come back, so... Do you want me to do Edgeworth, or do you wanna...
No, this is... I mean, Edgeworth is just me normal talking, so as much as everybody is sick of hearing me talk, I can do it easily, so...
Okay, let's keep going, see if Kevin can come back, and if not, you know, we'll at least get to a decent stopping point, instead of in the middle of a thing here.
Alrighty.
Alright,
The
thanks
killer...
for sticking with us through technical issues, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, but we're gonna get this game done so we can talk about it. The killer was also aware of that. That's why they used this item. Yeah, that's too nice, RD. I know you're fans of our podcast, but it's not like the Michelle podcast story. Michelle.
I've done quite a bit of talking today.
Well, I'm glad that you're all happy to listen to us. Which item did the killer use in order to leave no traces of blood behind? The tarp!
Oh! I'm glad you thought of the tarp.
The sheet we found near the body. It was used to wrap up the body. I see. It looks like all the pieces are starting to come together, eh?
But this means that the body definitely came from the well. If that's the case, wouldn't that mean Simon is the killer?
No, that's not necessarily the case.
Eh? But yesterday, Judge Courtney said...
If Mr. Keyes was the killer, would he have needed to set up such an elaborate device?
I guess you have a point.
Mr. Keyes was only responsible for dropping the body during the show. In other words, it doesn't matter where the real killer was or what they were doing during the show. Until now, this placed the doubt on the people who did not watch the animal show.
It's true. We also suspected Mr. Dogan.
The killer's true intent was to make us think that the murder occurred during the show. In other words, they used the device on the well to create a fake alibi. Miss Barry, do you know when this device on the well was set up? Let me think. The day before the show, I think it was at night. We all started preparing at 9 p.m. We finished at around midnight. The killer replaced the weights with the dead body afterwards.
Simon's device data updated my organizer.
Did Dogan know about the device? No, even if he knew about the device, it wouldn't be possible for him to use it. You can't teach a dog to suspend a body in a well.
Let me ask Dogan that first.
Not with that attitude, Edgeworth. In other words, Dogan is not the killer. This time.
Okay. Let's see. So...
We have some, so now we have logic of the body was replaced.
Yeah.
I guess apples? I guess we could connect that, or we could keep looking around. But I don't know if we have much
else that I haven't looked at.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at the after scene, which we investigated first.
Yeah. So I guess look before, maybe we've constructed something more about the well beforehand.
Possible. Yeah, what's up? Change. You want to recreate the during the show scene? During the show scene from 2 days ago? Whoosh. Gotcha. The during the show scene from 2 days ago has been recreated.
Yeah, go look at that, because maybe we've shoved a body down the well.
Oh, you're right. Call.
Mr. Keyes used this well to perform the stunt where he gets blown away by the elephant. He used those two ropes quite skillfully. 2 ropes in the after the show scene. I should use the Little Thief's new function and change the recreation to double check. Oh, this is like a hint in case we
didn't solve it.
in case we had garbaged up that thing earlier.
I guess so.
Rope and pulley.
A rope
That's
and
how.
pulley. A thief and a treasure. It's a perfect match.
Objection. A thief and handcuffs are a perfect match.
Boo. Okay.
Look at that there crate. Because we moved it, right?
True.
No wonder I thought it smelled like animals. It contained the elephant's food.
So this was filled with Astique's apples.
That's right. One day before the show, it was full of apples. Oh, on the day before the show. And in the morning, they were all gone.
Oh, did you think of something?
You could say that.
Did you?
Look, we could save Scum, but I think we should try it.
Real quick.
This is quintessential Ace Attorney. The fact that we haven't done this very much is not indicative of how we usually play this game.
Nope.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, yep.
All right. This cart was moved the night before the show. The body was also switched the night before the show.
I don't think it was just coincidence.
Keeping that in mind, the question now becomes, why was the cart moved? The cart used to be in front of that door. Oh, we might learn about the mysterious door.
Oh.
I can think of one reason why.
Somebody opened that door. All right, I'm gonna fucking bust this open. Yeah, that's right, it's locked. Let's ask the guard. Hey, Mr. Guard! What the fuck do you want? Yes? What is it?
That was fast. You there, where's the key to this door?
The warden's in charge of it. I'll get it from her right away. Bossy bitch.
The warden is in charge of the keys here.
Yeah, dog!
The warden is in charge of the keys. Without the warden's permission, this door can't be opened.
Thank you very much. High voltage.
It's a circuit breaker panel. This must be the breaker room. Map Up, we don't get props for playing the game like how it's supposed to be played. don't give us props for that.
If my boy wants to tell me I'm doing a good job, let him.
That's true. Okay, thank you for your praise.
On the night before the show, somebody came into this room. I wonder why they come here, though.
I don't think anyone would confuse the breaker room with the break room.
Good one, Mr. Edgeworth.
Jokes. It was definitely to operate the circuit breakers.
So someone came here to shut off the power or something?
Like an electric fence. Was there anything that had its power shut off? What could have had its power shut off by the breaker?
Do we have it in our evidence?
Do we have it? It's a good question. The other electric thing we have is the security, like the gate. Oh, the timestamp. Remember how this is the
timestamp on the security footage is messed up.
Yeah, this footage was actually taken at 9 a.m.
That's probably what it is. I just want to double check.
Yeah, we don't have the electric fence.
No. Just making sure nothing else is like secretly like it needs electricity. No, you're right. It's gotta be this.
Aha. The security camera footage had a 3-hour gap.
I see. The circuit breaker for the security camera was tripped.
It's highly possible.
Was this the killer's handiwork?
With the camera down, it'd be easier to move about. The killer would have a major advantage.
I knew it.
If that's the case, the killer was the person who tripped the breaker. The person in charge of the key to the breaker room is... It couldn't be.
Circuit breaker data is jotted down in my organizer. Deactivating the recreation.
Yeah, turn this off. We've solved the crime. We've nailed it right on the head.
Investigation complete. Gimme, 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 gimme. My bar back.
Yum, 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 yum. Hmm?
I'm the first of the scene as always.
Good morning, Mr. DeBest.
What? How did you get here before me? Greetings, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I see you've arrived early.
Or maybe it is you who are late, Judge Courtney.
Is that a Kevin?
Oh, the blinking.
Sorry, I looked away. I wanted to see if Kevin was back.
It's okay.
I have many matters which require my attention. I have no time to waste. Unlike a certain prosecutor who has taken off the case.
Grr.
Oh, my apologies. I had forgotten that you were assisting the defense attorney. An assistant can never be the best. You've fallen like the rest.
You just say whatever you like, don't you?
Let us begin our examination of the courtyard, Sebastian. All right. I'll call the men over.
That will be unnecessary.
What?
We have already finished the investigation of the courtyard. You've been bested.
Bested? Me?
Jokes. Edgeworth is full of jokes today. Judge Courtney, your reasoning from yesterday. Watch me shatter it to pieces.
I would advise you to choose your words more carefully. Have you forgotten that the fate of your badge rests in my hands?
I have had enough of such coercion. Can't you think of some other way to threaten me that does not involve my badge?
No. Despite my repeated warnings, you show no sign of reflection. It seems I must remind you once more. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee cannot leave someone such as yourself unchecked.
Neither the fate of my badge nor the actions of the committee will impede my progress. Proving Mr. Keyes' innocence, that is all that concerns me.
Your words are like those of a defense attorney.
Like him.
Like him. If you are willing to go that far, then I will show no leniency. In the name of the goddess of law, I shall turn your words against you. And at that moment, you will forfeit the title of prosecutor. You shall regret this. Edgeworth did wake up on the sassy side of the bed, mop up. Do we want to stop here, right before Courtney's reasoning? It seems like Kevin's still struggling. His internet's not so great tonight.
Yeah, it does seem like that. And I think this is probably a good, because this feels like our final confrontation. Yeah. So this is not a bad place to stop.
All right, I have to click the next one. Oh, I have to let her testify before I can.
That's okay, do it, and then we can, we'll replay it next time, so we'll have it.
Yeah, I shared my reasoning with you the day before. Since Mr. Elbert did not see the body when he passed through the tunnel, it could only have been dropped down the well during the show. The only one who could have performed such an act is the suspect.
Naturally. You have evidence to support your reasoning? Considering I didn't let you investigate, this should be easy.
Of course she does. Who do you think she is? Earlier, I received the official autopsy report.
Babysitting that kid must be difficult. The official autopsy report is Edgeworth's
It's his
bag
golden
of
ticket,
tricks.
yeah.
Yeah.
The time of the death was the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the day before the show.
Oh, she thinks she got us with that, but she didn't.
No! Oh! The cause of death remains unchanged. A stab wound 4 inches deep. So he was still stabbed in the neck.
He was still stabbed in the neck, yeah.
Simon Keyes was not present on stage for the period of 15 minutes.
Can you pull up that mini chisel? Because is that mini chisel even 4 inches long?
That's a good question. Let's see. We don't have an actual...
Spin. Yeah, I don't know. But it's a mini chisel, so it would have had to be very,
Yeah, it's unlikely.
embedded, I'd say. But yeah, I think the chisel is to frame Dogen, probably.
Probably. There was sufficient time for him to drop the body down the well.
She has not investigated the courtyard yet. That means... it seems there is a hole in your argument. It's about 4 inches deep.
You seem quite confident. Can you present evidence to support your claim?
Of course I can, and I will.
Rebuttal. Alright.
Right.
Save it here, and we'll come back at you next Friday, with Kevin in tow, and we'll just keep on trucking.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody, and congratulations to everybody who did great things.
And even people who didn't do great things. You
Yes.
showed up.
Congratulations for surviving another week.
Enjoy this 3-day weekend in America, and if you're not in America, enjoy the fact that we have a 3-day weekend.
Wow, rude. And everybody go listen to the Write Anything podcast. Thanks for dropping in.
Thanks for saying
Host
hi.
Clavier. If you're bored and you want more podcasts, we got the Game is Time podcast, our podcast, and the Write Anything podcast. So many podcasts.
Options. I had something else. Oh yeah, and we're gonna record on, like we said, on Monday. So we're gonna talk some investigations on the podcast. So make sure you send us emails and
yeah, send in your final emails over the weekend so we can get to them. But I think we're gonna talk about the first case of this game mostly. But we might run out of time on that and play some Plausible versus Anime or something.
Yeah, so we could always use more of those. So yeah, stay tuned. So in the meantime, though, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Michelle.
And that was Object to This, so why don't you object to that?